People always ask, why do I live here? Did I know? Did I move here on purpose? Didn't you know that's like the neighborhood with all the crime and stuff like that? And my name is Rhonda Stapleton, and I have lived here in this house for 7 years. I live right off of OBT, which is known for prostitutes and adult entertainment establishments, a place where a lot of the homicides in Orlando take place every year. Bought a house here in the neighborhood because I felt like I needed to invest and kind of put roots down here in order to be taken seriously by the neighbors. Hi, Anthony. Hey, guys. I get to hear a lot of great music, too. It's fun. There were quite a few prostitutes who worked on my block or in the area, and I would see the same people over and over and over, and I started to get to know some of them, and a couple of the ladies would stop and talk to me occasionally because they had learned who I was, and so we started building a rapport. I learned that more than anything, these ladies have no self-esteem. They have no sense of their own personal value. They prostitute to pay for the drugs, and then they hate themselves for what they're doing when they're prostituting, so they do more drugs to cover that up, and it just perpetuates a cycle of violence. You know, a lot of people say, well, they make their choices, then they have to deal with it, but it gets beyond the point of being a choice.
Is I'm pretty on?
I met Pauletta when I was chaplain at the Orange County Jail. She was a broken woman.
You know, I thought I was one of those unique drug addicts. Oh, this is not going to happen to me. I'm not going to sell my body for $10. I'm not going to do this to no man for no tools and fuels. But I was wrong. I was wrong because I blended and became just like everybody else. I stayed out there for over 25 years.
She probably weighed about 85 to 90 pounds. She was skin and bones from living on the streets and from doing so many drugs.
I couldn't find a way out. And when I met Rhonda, I realized I couldn't do this without God. And that's where I kept making the same mistake over and over again. I kept trying to do this by myself, alone.
We struck up some sort of a relationship. She would send me notes to talk to me all the time, almost every day.
She just walked through it with me, you know.
Pauletta had so much anger built up inside of her.
After I opened up with her, she started giving me reasons to love myself.
And I began to see a whole different person as Pauletta changed.
The more I vented to her, the more I started releasing pain that kept me out there using drugs. Oh God, I'm happy. You know, I'm happy, but I still struggle. I'm still going through some things within myself, but the only difference is I rely on God like I used to do my drugs. I used to run to drugs for everything, but now I run to the Lord.
I see women who desperately want to change and they can't. They don't know how. Or as soon as they walk out of the jail, there's someone, we call them wolves, and they're out there ready to pick them up.
The half of them don't have nowhere to go, don't know where they're going. Some of them want to go back to some very unhealthy situations.
Some of the women would ask me, when are you going to open a residential home? When are you going to do this? And I said, oh, that's not for me. Samaritan Village is a place where women can come to wholeness in Christ, being freed from the bondages and the perils of addiction. I would envision that would be a minimum of 9 months to see a real change be manifest in who they are and to get it kind of rooted in their lives, in their spirits. And we would also possibly have like a thrift shop or a coffee shop or something like that so that the ladies could learn how to even own their own businesses. There's some just amazingly ingenious women who go down this path, unfortunately. And I think if they have someone behind them who says you can do this and show them how to do it, then someday I'm hoping they'll own their own businesses and they'll make a difference in their community.
When I look at myself sometimes, it reminds me of Rhonda, because now I'm her. You know, women's come to me for help.
I see that it can be done. I see that people can find freedom and they can do something productive with their lives, and they can turn that lifestyle away.
I knew God can't come down here on his own, but I knew he had peoples out here doing his work, and he put her in my life.